this video is actually already done. I had it edited, it was getting ready to upload it, but there's two things I wanted to add real fast. Number one, my hat's off to Greenwood County Sheriff's Office. I've worked with different law enforcement officers and at different agencies all across this country, and even worked with officers from other countries. And without a doubt, it is super clear from the newest guy at the office all the way to the upper echelons of the administration that their dedication to service and providing the best that they can for their community is a super big fresh breath of air, because they make no qualms about it. Any and everything they can do to better serve their citizens, they're going to do. So my hat's off to all you guys. Second thing, within the community at Greenwood County, because I know there's going to be a lot of y'all watching this because the interaction on Facebook has been tremendous. Somebody or numerous people within your community knows what happened. If you're watching this and you know what happened, you need to reach out, do the right thing by this family. Reach out, let law enforcement, let the family, let somebody know what took place so we can get them answers. Somebody within y'all's community knows what happened to Kenneth Ray Hughes. Do not be mistaken about that. Look around. If you see something, say something. Other than that, I hope all of you had a great Thanksgiving, great holiday weekend. Be safe. All right. So as of right now, it is Thanksgiving of 2022. We're down here in Greenwood County working a missing persons case. Been missing since November 16th. We came down here early this morning. We had to wait for it to warm up a little bit, but we actually have a cadaver dog out here going through the woods as we speak. If you hear that bell going off, we've got that just because we are on a little section of hunt club land right now. We don't want anybody to get shot on Thanksgiving, so that'd be bad. But yeah, so he has been missing. The individual we're looking for has been missing 7 days today, and we're just trying to see where we end up going. That's what he said, but I'm not sure if he's talking about recently because of this or whenever that lady was found. Oh no. Which is right at the end of that road. Excuse me.
Wasn't kidding about being shallow.
Watch out, Luke. Trying to get her on video. That's a pretty strong behavior change, isn't it?
If she jumps in, that's going to be the ice that breaks the cable.
That's the biggest behavior change I've seen her have all day.
She's adamant about something right here.
I mean, because it keeps, she's basically that real heavy
Right there.
typewriter breed.
What if you come down and run off? I would definitely entertain the idea of
Yeah.
coming back.
Dude,
How well you could see diving. I'll bring the battery and the sonar down here and lay down and drop it in the water.
without a doubt, man. I mean, they said the first
dog came down here and jumped in the water.
First dog came down, she did the same. I mean, she was in there initially, but like she's all up in the middle of it.
She ain't want to go nowhere else.
And you'll see too, every time the wind shifts, it's like when it starts going across.
She's not giving me
I mean, that's
an alert.
I mean, she pointed it out, bro.
Show me. I would definitely entertain it. I mean, I've shown about change of behavior. Show me.
She loves it because that's what she does. I mean, it's a game. She found it. She's excited.
Show me. I definitely would do this area.
Yeah, here. There's a second. I mean, you ain't even got to.
I'm gonna go up and play with her a minute. I can't reward her because we don't know for certain.
Yeah, I mean, it's only got to be like 5-6 foot. It's on the bottom. This wouldn't be ideal. Instead of having to do all that, if we just ROV it in there. I mean, what do you think, though, man? I mean,
Gave a pretty solid alert and she's staying right here with it. That's a big change of behavior. And you see us from there to here. Watch, she fringes to the edge of it, then she comes back into it.
but she, I mean, if I'm seeing it right, I mean, she's done that same pattern over and
Yeah.
over. I mean, it's right here.
There's odor right here.
Like even with the wind blowing this way, when she gets on that edge, she don't stay.
Right. She comes back.
She comes right back to whatever it is coming from under the dock. I really thought she was going to jump in a while ago.
I'm surprised she hadn't jumped in. See how excited she got when after she sat.
Oh yeah.
Man, it's got. I mean, that's.
It's got to be something with a lot of odor right here. I mean, it's. I would definitely entertain with her alert, the change of behavior back and forth.
So that's the second dog to lose its mind on the dock.
And they never did check the dock. They never did.
No, they never.
No, because she said she'd never seen that behavior.
I'll leave it. Show me. Show me.
I'm good. I mean,
I think you need to check this area.
that's.
Good girl. Okay, good girl. Let's go. Good work. Let's go. Let's go play.
How deep you think it is?
Dude, he's not but 5 or 6 feet. If there's something down, he's tied up, tangled up in something, or somebody's tangled up in something. But bro, that was a behavior change. That's the behavior change alone. Whenever we first came down through here, that would have been enough for me to do it a million times over. But when she came in here and she started doing that, she started trying to source the odor. She was trapped within it, and the way the wind shifts right here on the water. All right, so at this point, we went probably. I don't know, how far would y'all say that was? That from where we started to where we got back here.
A mile, half mile.
Yeah, so we're about a mile, half mile from where the last known location was, and I'll kind of, as we're going back, I'll walk back through that. But from there, we went through the wood line. So adjacent to the wood line, there is a hardball road that runs back and forth to it, and it was just, we wanted to make sure, and I'll get the handler to explain everything. We'll interview him in just a minute, but they've done a great job. But we came through the tree line, ran kind of adjacent to the hardball, just so, you know, we could alleviate any thought of it maybe being in the woods, especially because of the way that the odor travels. You know, you kind of want to start there. The odor itself is going to take a path of least resistance. As far as being a canine handler, I am not a cadaver handler at all, just narcotics. So obviously the actions are going to be the same. But again, from the video from when we came up on this, you could see that she had a huge behavior change. But it's without a doubt right here in this little general area off this dock. And you got to remember too, so when we came out here, or when we were speaking with the captain over CID, which is their criminal investigations division, he said that they already had another cadaver dog that came down here, I think right after it happened. I'm not sure, I don't want to tell you the wrong thing, but it had been here recently, and kind of the same reactions had taken place. So from there, I mean, there's really not much else that we can do. We're going to come back, or go back, kind of report what we found. We're definitely going to dive it. Today is Thanksgiving, so I don't think that we're going to do it today. If I had my stuff with us, I'd probably already be in the water, truthfully. But at this point, I'm going to have to come back more than likely tomorrow, and we'll get in. But I mean, you can see this area right here. There's not, the search area itself is not a lot. So the area of odor could be high, but the fact that she was basically right in between here over and over and over again, I mean, this dock's going to be the primary. But you have to think, if for some reason they thought that they were being chased by the police, or there was a sense of paranoia there, which they were not. They were not being chased by authorities. And I won't go too much into the history of that kind of stuff, but they were just in a altered state of mind to where they believed somebody was after them. And if they came running, basically what happened was the two individuals that were in the car, they split. One went one way, and then the other went the opposite way. The opposite way is the individual that we're looking for, so this would put them back down towards that area. So if you just took off running straight into a straight line, you come to this house, it's abandoned. If you're thinking somebody's after you, you know, maybe you want to hit the water, which I've been a part of a couple different cases where people had done that, you know, try to hide in the water. But what they don't realize is if you're under, you know, under the influence of alcohol, some sort of drug, whether it be, you know, anything, marijuana, stimulant, antidepressant or a depressant, whatever the case may be, you don't think about the water being as cold as it is, because we're in November in the south, so we go from 105 degrees one day to snowing the next. And that's kind of where we're at right now. So here in just a minute, I'll kind of do a follow-up and let the handler explain basically what took place, and we'll go from there. All right, so as everybody knows, I'm Mike with Loudwater Outfitters. We're out here in Greenwood, South Carolina today, working a missing persons case. I think today marks day 7 that they've not been able to find them. And who I've got here with me today is Mitch. And what I'm going to do, and obviously you've seen, what's your partner's name?
Penny.
Penny. Well, you've seen Miss Penny at this point throughout the video. She's just been absolutely killing it all day. So we're just going to turn it over to him, kind of ask, all right, so what got you into this? Or kind of walk me through the process of what you do.
So my background was fire department, wanting to be a public servant, give back to the community. And then it got to the point to where I wanted to become a dog handler. And I got a live fine trailing dog. And then I went to my fire chief and said, would you help me, support me with this? Long story short, it didn't work out, and I come to find out you're not going to get called out unless you're part of a team, part of an organization. So I continued working my live fine trailing dog, and we were very successful with the live fine trailing dog, and I've been doing this for 12 years. He has since passed, and then I wanted to change the discipline to human remains detection and continue helping give closure, give back to communities so that people could rest easier at night and not wonder where their loved one is. But I've been training working dogs for 12 years. And so, as y'all know, this is Penny. She's a 5-year-old yellow lab. She has done fabulous today.
Yeah, without a doubt. And just a little bit about Mitch as well. So we've known each other for a few years now. So when I was in full-time law enforcement, right as I made the switch to a obviously narcotics investigator, but then full-time canine handler as well, because I did interdiction work, he was a plethora of information as far as helping me kind of figuring out. Because that's what I was trying to say earlier. You spend so much time with these dogs, you know them just as well as you do your own family.
Right. It's a lifestyle. It's not I'll go play with that dog and work that dog later. I mean, we're training 16 plus hours a month. It's continuously training by yourself. It's training with other people. It's getting other people to do hides for you. It's a continuous, you have to stay sharp on your game, and the dog has to stay sharp and enjoy playing the game.
Yeah, yeah, and that's clear, right? So, beautiful dog. Everything that we've done out here today, obviously you'll see through the video. We've been out here, how long?
About 2 hours.
Yeah, about 2 hours now. For 2 hours straight, she was going through. So I've got a Mal, and, you know, just off of the narcotics detection, I mean, maybe 5 or 6 cars throughout the day on the side of the interstate, you know, she's pretty much wore out, and that's maybe 30 minutes total time. Her, she's just, I mean, she hadn't stopped at all. But that was kind of what it was. I just wanted to bring awareness, obviously, to the movement that we're doing. Like I said, there's 120 so thousand cold cases, missing persons cases, I mean, all kinds of things. And the support and outreach that we've had since we started doing this, from the Braden Rose case till now, has been spectacular. I mean, we've gotten, I think, within the past 3 weeks, we've had a total of about 7 or 8 cases that have been sent to us, and the families, we spoke with them, and they've said, yes, we want to work with you on it. And again, we're not private investigators at all, so what we are doing is just trying to use all of our knowledge and skill sets from the experience that we have to say, okay, well, we're going to use the most practical, common sense approach to this. Last known locations, we'll go there. Start, cell phone pings, great if you've got them, and then just bringing all those resources. Everything we do, everything that he does, completely 100% volunteer. There's nobody's paid staff right here. Obviously, it is. We would never charge any family a dime for anything. We would run strictly off of donations, whether that be monetary or equipment. Equipment is huge, right? So you've got tracking collars, you've got drones that you could use for thermal imaging, the dive gear, because obviously we're going to have to dive this here in just a little bit. All of this costs money. And again, I'm not saying by no means poor pitiful us. We would continue to do it, right? But if anybody's out there so inclined that would like to basically partner up, maybe not come out and work the cases, but if they want to make donations or help us keep growing and funding, because that's what we're looking at now. So we've got something in the works as far as Mitch here. He's been willing, and we're still in the talks of that as far as training more cadaver dogs. That way, the more dogs you got, the more ground you can cover, the more cases, and the more answers you can get to people. So, is there anything else you want to let them know?
No, just if just think about your community, think about your friends, and any information that you have about any of these cases or anything. Definitely reach out to law enforcement, reach out to these guys here, and let them know any information. And if you can, give back to your community.
So at this point, we've basically finished up. So we're going back and we're going to talk to the captain down here that I was working with. First and foremost, Greenwood County Sheriff's Office has been more than welcoming. Anything we've needed whatsoever, they've been super happy to work with us on that, and which most law enforcement agencies are. And again, I'm about as pro-police as they can come. And we do this not because we don't think the police are capable of it, but we understand the restrictions as far as manpower, budget issues, things like that. So that's all we're trying to do. Number one, the biggest concern is helping families get answers. Number two, if we build those relationships with departments all over the country, we get more things solved. It boosts our image as far as, being trustworthy.
So what we done is we made a circle around the perimeter of the house just to see if she would catch any whiff from the wind off the lake. And then we walked out on the dock. I let her go ahead of me. Immediately, the dock in front of the abandoned house, she immediately made a left into the V where the boat, the little Sea-Doo jet ski that there is. She started sticking her nose there. She dropped to the other side, dropped her nose there. Went out to the end to the L shape, and then from this side of that last corner of the L shape, she dropped her nose there. She come around, she dropped her nose there, and then she kept working back and forth in that L shape for 3, 4, 5 minutes, and then she finally gave a response.
Yeah.
Showed a big change of behavior. Definitely feel that there's something there. The rest of the time that we searched, because what I was doing is trying to get a perimeter. Just giving her an opportunity to let that wind hit her in the face, put her out there so that anything was here, that she'd get the opportunity. Nothing here, nothing really at all until we got down into the water. We took her to the right a little bit, toward the other dock, because I don't like to never know, because I don't want to influence the dog. If you say she was at the dock, which you never told us, you just said dock down there. So we took her to the other dock, and I let her walk out on her own. They showed no change of behavior, didn't give no alert. Walked along the shoreline some, didn't show no change of behavior, didn't give no alert, no interest, no head pops. So definitely that down there by the house, definitely a change of behavior. Did give her final training response. So I feel.
So at least something worth
checking
out.
So that
I definitely would.
it's basically what that worked. And again, we want to help y'all out as much as y'all can. Y'all been more than helpful with us for anything we needed, right? But so we got no problem. Like I said, I don't have my dive stuff today. I can come back first thing tomorrow, or if that's something y'all want to do. But without a doubt, I won't. So I would recommend myself. I would like to go in there and see. But if that's something that y'all have to do, that's on y'all. Because like I said, either way, we're here to help with any of it. But when we got down there, it was clear as day, and the whole thing was recorded, like as far as her behavior changes and all this other stuff, and then the final alert. So I don't know, can't tell you what it is. So, nobody really can. Now the water there does seem pretty shallow. There was a board that was laid out on the dock, and we tried to just kind of depth gauge there. Now we didn't do the whole thing, so there may be a portion that's a little bit deeper, but I don't think it's no more than 5, 6 feet.
About 4 or 5 feet. God, that water got dirty the minute he stepped in it. Can you see anything?
No, I mean basically right what you're on. I'm not gonna need these fins.
Okay.
I'm gonna take them off real fast.
It's deeper than I thought it was.
Yeah.
God, that's dirty on the bottom. Hold on, hold on.
So basically, I mean, just the way that this is, I'll go under it, but I'm just gonna kind of walk it just to feel it.
You want me to take your vest? You get deeper right there?
It's not deeper, it's all the same, but there's a lot of stuff under right here. That's what we're doing now. So you can see we kind of started back of that boat ramp, or that boat dock that we were at, that I dove. Just kind of came up with a theory that the way the current is going this way, there's a good chance maybe that it got stuck in kind of like a channel and was getting drafted up underneath there. So right now we're just walking the bank. That's really all we're looking for at this moment. The next step that would be is just kind of sonaring everything out over there, because the visibility is pretty much zero. I mean, like maybe like to there you can see, but the water's just so dark that what I would recommend would be the next step would be to bring the boat back and just kind of sonar out. Wasn't really thinking about it too much today, just for the simple fact, you know, that alert was so strong, but that's what keeps leading me to believe the water itself, like there's something going on there. It's just, you know, I don't really think it's a coincidence that two highly trained and certified dogs display the same actions. It's just, now it's up to their human counterparts to discover where they came out at. As you can tell, I mean, it's a big distance has to be covered out here. But what I'm saying is it kind of drifted around right in this area and went down through there. So that's where we're at the moment. I do want to commend, yet again, Greenwood County Sheriff's Office. They have been more than helpful, and they want to find them just as bad as we do. So commend them for that. That's super cool. So if you live in Greenwood County, you should rest pretty good knowing that you got some outstanding police officers and sheriff's deputies working for y'all. Alright, so what we did at that time, we actually ended up walking basically from that dock around here to that boat ramp that we were talking about in reference to on that. It's pretty cool. I mean, like I said, when I say that Greenwood has done everything they can, I mean, they've got pretty sweet drone that's been out. It's been covering us the entire time. Got thermal, everything on it. So right now we're just kind of regroup and see what's going.